Hello everyone, this is Pikachu OTC from Simple Trade and welcome to another OTC weekly review. Starting off, I'll talk about the company VIZC, and as I explained on the previous video, we can see that each run has its own unique volume, but what I did not talk about was the day after, where the stock price went down drastically. We can see it here. The stock price went down 50%, and then another run, it went down almost 70%, and another one, 60%, another one, 50%. So I am not surprised that the recent run had the same pattern and the share price went down 40%. Now there is one more thing, and it's the story itself. As we explained on the previous video, there is a speculation of a reverse merger with a company called Tomorrow.io. Now let's dig a little deeper into this speculation. So in the matter of a fact, this speculation was already published 4 months ago by one of our Discord mods, Demolished Stocks. Let's go over his research. On January 2021, Ed Carroll appointed as director at a startup company named Climacell, known as today Tomorrow.io. On February 2021, Ed Carroll upgraded to director. The company also filed Form 1512B. They verified their profile on the OTC markets, and finally they reinstated the company. We continue to the second page of his research, and we can see that Paul Cullen, the CEO of VIZC, actually tweeted on his LinkedIn account a shout out to Climacell. Now, if this speculation comes out true, well, this is very major. Because of this info right here, we can see that Tomorrow.io has more than $100 million in funding, and they have over $22 million revenue a year. So for the current price of VIZC, it is very low. But this is still pure speculation. There is no confirmation by any of the directors or any of the officers from the company that this reverse merger actually happened. So let's talk about the recent events from the company itself. We go to the Twitter account of the company, and we can see that the previous tweet, the latest one on May 28th, says that the June 30th will not be an issue. And they also added VIZC, stay tuned. So we know that the deadline is not an issue, and we probably know that they will file all the financial disclosure on time and will not move to the gray market. However, they did not mention anything about a reverse merger, a merger, or anything like that at all. But I'm not ruling out this speculation. It still might be true. We will need to be patient and wait for an official press release or tweet of any kind from the company itself. So there you have it. The reason for the 150% breakout from the company VIZC and the reason for the major drop down 2 days later. Moving on to the next stock, AMLH. So in AMLH, we had 2 major breakouts, one around March and April and the recent one around July, and I'll explain on each one of these breakouts. So on March, it was very simple, as always. We go to the Twitter account of the company, and we can see that on March 26, the company opened a new Twitter account, and they tweeted, "Greetings from the official Twitter page of American Leisure Holding Incorporation. Management has initiated contact with the state of Nevada regarding fees and the various exchanges. Management will make every effort to prioritize getting PIN current this year." So very good news. Not only that the company was silent and inactive for 4 years, but right now after 4 years they're saying to us that they're prioritizing getting PIN current this year and that they have initiated contact with the state of Nevada regarding fees and the various exchanges. 4 days later, on March 30th, we can see another tweet that says, "Good morning. Yesterday we retained accountant to begin catching up financials from 2017 onwards." So another very good tweet. They started working on their financials, and only these 2 tweets got this major breakout around March and April, giving us around 600%. We could have entered at any price on the first day of the tweet on March 26 and still could have made more than 200%. Now, before I'm going to talk about the recent breakout, let's talk about the massive loading zone that was 2 months before the breakout itself, and we can see it started from May 10th, where the company actually updated its profile on the OTC markets. Now, how can I tell it's a loading zone? Well, that is one of the things that you learn on the OTC Oracle course. So let's get to the breakout itself. We can see that there is massive volume coming on July 2nd and another very, very high volume on July 8th. So what happened here? Very, very simple. We go to the Twitter account of the company, and we can see that on July 2nd, the company tweeted, "Thank you all who have sacrificed. Communicated with the OTC markets last week. We are looking to pay Nevada and reinstate the company very soon in talks with potential joint ventures or merger partners." So this is very, very, very good news. Fantastic news. If there will be a joint ventures or merger, the share price could break out and we can see new highs, but only time will tell. And on July 8th, they are saying that they're very confident they will reinstate Nevada soon, and there are great projects in the horizon. So everyone waited for these two tweets, and if we go to the Nevada state, we can see that the entity status is actually revoked, meaning they need to do reinstatement to change the status back to active. So these were the reasons for the two breakouts, one on March and April and the second one on July. And from here we move on to the next stock, the company UBQU. On UBQU, the first things that we all see is these two twin towers right here with massive 5 billion volume in 2 days here and another 5 billion volume in 2 days here. So what caused this volume all of a sudden out of nowhere? What probably happened was that a due diligence and research that was actually published by me was published on April 14th, showing that the company actually is coming back to life after 2 years of no filings and no news. Let's go over the research, and the first thing is that the Twitter account of the company is actually active, and they are publishing a CBD products, and they are selling and they tweeting almost every day. We can see here that the address of this Twitter account is on Denver, Colorado, and the website attached to that Twitter account is this website. We go in here to step number 3, and we can see that this website has the exact same address as the OTC market address for the company. So this connection shows us that the Twitter account attached to this website to the OTC markets shows that it is the same company. And if the same company is active on Twitter selling products, it might tell us that the company is actually active and it is coming back to life. And that was the reason for the high 2-day candle volume right here that got us 100%. Now, the reason for the second Twin Tower 5 billion volume in 2 days candles was actually the same exact reason. Some group of people took the exact same due diligence and research that I did and republished it and got it more exposure. Now, what happened all the way down here was actually a dilution. The company diluted the stock for about 2 to 3 months, so the share price obviously went down. And on June 24th, the company filed a form called Statement Curing Delinquency, which is equals to reinstatement. So the company finally reinstated its status in the Colorado state. 2 weeks later, we're going to the last Friday. What happened was the company updated its OTC markets profile. We can see it here. They changed their website to the current website and they removed a director from the company. So a company on the trips showing signs of coming back to life. They reinstated the company. They made some updates to the OTC markets and they are selling products on Twitter and on their website. Now all of this leads to one conclusion. The company intends to file the financials and become PIN current before the September deadline. However, we do not have any confirmation from the company itself, so manage your risk properly. But that was the reason for this volume right here, and right here. Moving on to the final stock of this weekly review, the company CYBL. Let's go over every change and every update along the way and understand what caused each volume and what caused this major breakout and fantastic 900 and almost 1000%. It all started around May 18th, where there was a first update in years. The update was on the company website, and as we can see here, dear CYBL community, and down here we can report that we are working to bring the company in line with the OTC markets requirement. This has been an understandable concern, but compliance and new businesses are the two major areas of focus for the company right now. So we're already getting a hint about a new business coming in, and if we scroll down a little bit, we can see that the company business is actually pretty nice. We can see here technology, military technology, and we can see here that our mission is to be trusted provider of advanced lighting solutions to commercial, government, and military organization worldwide. So they have high expectation about what the company business will bring, and this is the first update in years of the company. Going back to the chart, we can see that there was not enough volume here due to the changes, and that was probably because not a lot of people saw that update. However, on May 25th, the update was probably revealed and more people saw it, and they started to load the stock. On June 8th, we can see here that there was OTC market profile updates. The profile updates were they added a new phone number. Actually, they changed the phone number and they changed their address as well. On June 16th to June 18th, as you can see, the DD got found, meaning a lot of people started to realize what's going on in this company and the potential that it has, and they started to buy the stock and making a new support level on the 0031. On June 25th, there was another website update. On the website, we can see that on June 25th, they updated their shareholders saying that the company will make the requirement before the SEC September 28th deadline. And there are some Q&As over here, but what I like to see the most was this question. Someone asked about the float and the illusion, and they answered that in the coming month they expect to reduce the share authorizing level down from the 20 billion level it is now. So there will be an AS reduction. And one question below, someone asked about a reverse split, and they said that there will not be a reverse split. So no dilution, authorizing share reduction, and no reverse split. On top of that, new businesses coming in, and a lot of good stuff in this update, and that caused the massive volume right here that got the stock price to go in one day 80%, which is very good. Moving on to July 6th, we can see that the company verified its profile, giving us another massive volume green day candle right here. And finally, on July 9th, the company released an official press release on the OTC markets saying actually what we saw in the last update, but they explained the situation with the float and that there are 700 million restricted shares that they cannot reach and they will never be tradable, and just basically showing us what's going on with the company and what lies ahead. Nothing new, but it's good to have an official press release and official news in the OTC markets. So those were the recent updates and changes from the company. Obviously, the story is not over yet. We still have some things coming up ahead, but that was the reason for the almost 1000% profit we could have made if we entered for the first update right here on May 18th, and we have held it all the way up to the top. Thank you guys for joining the video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, make sure to smash the like button, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any other videos, and don't forget to join our Discord community.